welcome to our Whoopie Goldberg machine. So these are the steps for our Rube Goldberg machine. Step 1 is hitting this ball, which allows the ball to fall in this chair. Step 2 is this chair being pulled out by the ball and making the trampoline fall. Step 3 is this string hooked up to the falling trampoline, releases this golf ball right here. Step 4 is the golf ball swinging and hitting this foam roller. Step 5 is the foam roller falling. Step 6 is the foam roller hitting these books, knocking it down. Step 7 is this final book is hooked up to a string attached to the DVD with the golf ball. This falls off, releases the golf ball. Step 8, the golf ball rolls down through the tube. Step 9, the golf ball knocks over the book. Step 10 is the book hits this can of beans and it rolls and releases this roller with the ball. Step 10 is the roller releasing the ball. Step 12, the ball rolling down. Step 13, the ball hitting the books, which ends in step 14. The final book hits the can of beans hooked up to a wire. Over here, the can of beans falls off, comes over here. Step 15, releases this from the can of beans, pulls this book out, and allows the even elevation to be lower elevated, and allows this final pool ball to roll down and go into the pocket.
So Newton's laws of motion. The first law is applicable to this project because all of our materials begin at rest before we start the machine, and they are not able to move unless they are acted upon by an outside force, which is begun by the mallet hitting the ball in the very beginning. As for the second law, the velocity of the objects are constantly changing. The books are starting to fall. The ball going through the tube is chain reaction from the DVD pulling out. And then the third law, stating that every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. So as one book falls, it pulls out a string. So as it's pulling, another string is being pulled as well. So there's an equal and opposite reaction. So stop that part.
As for the conservation of energy is a principle stating that energy cannot be created or destroyed, but can be altered from one form to another. So it starts from here when we hit the ball with the mallet, and it creates energy through all these, the chair falling trampoline. The energy is transferred from the golf ball all the way to the books, and so on and so forth throughout the machine. And then as for conservation of momentum, the law of momentum conservation can be stated as follows. For a collision occurring between object 1 and object 2 in an isolated system, the total momentum of the two objects before the collision is equal to the total momentum of the two objects after the collision. So as you can see, everything's at rest, and once the machine starts, all the energy is transferred between all the objects and they're standing still. So when the golf ball hits the foam roller, the momentum is transferred. The momentum is transferred throughout all of this, and so it's equal before and after the collision. So all the objects should have the same amount of momentum before and after.